Let's talk about 21st century business language. Now, language, one should always remember, is a sign, and the sign can be branched into a signifier and a signified. Whereas the signifier is the acoustic image, the signified is the particular interpretation of that acoustic image. The business language is essentially a concise and precise way to communicate the idea of the product, which can easily be deciphered and remain contextual to the customer's desire. Because what is business? Business is, after all, a particular service that you are providing, and your target is the desire of the customer, not the customer, but the desire of the customer, which means the consumer. You have to understand the consumer behavior, you have to understand the psychology of the consumer, you have to understand the social context of the consumer. Otherwise, you will not be able to supply the particular demand and desire of the customer. Now, what I want to focus today is about business language. Now, while everyone talks about business communication, I've seen that none of the people go on to stress on what kind of business language should be very accurate today. Now, in the middle of the 20th century, business was conducted in a much more impassive, formal way than it is today. Now, face-to-face meetings were very formal and aloof. Similarly, the writing that evolved then became very formal, using long, winded, quite overbearing language. Writers used big words because they thought they would impress their readers, and many redundant expressions to add padding to their sentences. Passive voice was used extensively, putting a distance between the writer and the reader, which is exactly what people intended in those days. But today we have a very different scenario. In the 21st century, business is conducted in a very informal way. In meetings and conferences, we use natural, more relaxed, friendly language rather than unnatural, formal language. In the following slides, I will be providing a list of phrases and sentences which you can use instead of